Okay, guys. Today I'm just doing one more on my J. Uh, Wanted to give you a little backstory. We've known each other since middle school. I had to add it up. I was trying to get through a lot yesterday. I just woke up, so here it is. You know, we met each other in fifth grade. I've known that cat 27 years. Okay, it was 27. Um, a little backstory. When we were in fifth grade, and I'm giving you a couple good stories that I have with Jay. One old one, and the last movie that we ever saw that we laughed our asses off at. Um, when I was in middle school, Trav's always been the same person he's always going to be. Okay, this lighting does not do my face justice. But when we were in middle school, I was outside, and they put him in a gay trainer. For you Gen Zs or whatever, or not Gen Zs, but whatever the new thing is called with these younger kids. A gay trainer was something you put somebody who was handicapped in so they could walk. And he always needed a push. So his dad came and got me, and I am the way I am. I strive for excellence in myself and others. And so I turned around, and they came and got me, and he says, Trev, just do you, be you, do that thing you do. I said, oh, okay. I said, you want me to push him? And Jason had said, you bring Travis in, I'll come to him because he's going to get me motivated. And I said, come on, fat boy. I think I gave this story a long while back. I said, come on, fat boy, get over here. Come on, I tell you what, I'll give you a shot at it. I'll give you a shot. You just got to bring your big ass over here. I was really, I thought I was going to get in trouble with the teachers. They kept saying, Trav, but you have to, you know what I mean? He needed the push. His dad always asked me to hang in there. He needed to push. So I'll tell you what. See that fireplace right there? From that fireplace to that dresser, man walked over to me. And I said, well, I guess I owe you a shot. And he said, no, Trav, I knew if anybody could get me to walk in, it would be you. I said, well, thank you, buddy. And he embraced me in a hug. And let me tell you, Jason was actually a pretty tall boy. I mean, he was big. I mean, after I learned how to use his ceiling lift, his Hoyer lift, I put him on the toilet to make things easier for his mom, his dad. As I told y'all, I took care of him the best I could as a friend, If he had to go to the bathroom, I was there. And the reason why is I would want somebody else to do it for me. That's the way it is. Now, our last movie that we went and seen, and I know he wouldn't care that I tell you this, we went and seen Once Upon a Time in Hollywood with Brad Pitt and someone else. And we used to go every birthday. We'd set it up. Back then, I didn't have a vehicle, so his mom came and got me, and we went and watched this movie, okay? And he laughed his ass off, but what happens is I'd always make him laugh. He'd be farting. I'd be like, oh, don't do that, Trav, I'm going to shit myself. And I'm like, it's all good, bro. I remember he farted, and he said, oh, man, I don't know. I said, it's all good. We went down to the Dollar General, and I put like 3 different colognes on him. I said, it don't matter, bro. We're watching this movie, man. And that's just me. If anybody that knows me, that's who I am. So I turned around and we went and watched that movie and he giggled his ass off and we had a good time. What led up to the arguments and probably me not getting called was, I'm telling you, COVID hit. I got in that motorcycle accident. People don't tell you what you're going to go through and you'll just say what's on your mind. Trust me. And being that person that already said things but held back very little, now I'm holding back nothing. And we'd get in arguments over simple things, and I'd stomp out of the house and be like, I don't want to deal with it. You got to remember, I'm not going to put up with it. And so it was between those two factions, and then we just stopped talking. I didn't realize he was sick. I know some people want to know what made him sick. I can tell you have an attention to detail in the autistic area. What I could ascertain just on the night that his mom turned around and did was when we turned around, I turned around and trying to get this off the screen or whatever that is. Oh, it's okay. So I turned around and what I could ascertain was I understand her being angry, going, "Oh, what do you want? Jason's dead," and then she told me. And I had to find out he was dead for a month. June 7th, I believe. Broke me up quite a bit because no matter what, you tell me I'm on my way. I'm on my way. That was my brother. That was my brother. You understand me? But it didn't happen. But what I could ascertain was she said a few things to me. She said it was hereditary, and then infusions, which normally means, I could be wrong, leukemia. I don't know. I was not told definitively. I do not know. This is just me piecing things together. Now I'm going to show you the last gifts I got. I gave you one good story, which was me making him walk when he was in middle school. He said that would be the first and last time he'd ever walk. And then we went and seen movies, But I thought I didn't do him justice. By the way, there is a book if you want to get a better insight of Jason. It's called Who Wants to Live Forever by Jason Lee Davis. He did make the book. Yes, I did talk to him about the book. He was going through some shit, and he made a book, but I was the one talking him through the rough times he was having then. And we, like I said, we were always hanging and working on something together. We had tons of videos that he would be giggling in. After arguments, he deleted a lot. I've never deleted one. I don't take down anything that I've put up because people have seen it. A lot of it's content. When you pick and choose. Jason used to say, well, if they can't tell the difference between content and you as a person, you've reached a height. And I'd be like, okay. Now that I'm more up and dressed today, a little more calmed down about it, I hope his mom goes on a good, the move, and I hope she gets what she wants for her house. She said she's selling it. I'm very, love his mom just as much. Like I said, COVID, the accident, took a lot more out of me than people will ever know. But it is what it is. And that's the way it's got to be. So I don't know what else to say in that area. Keep looking at the phone instead of the camera. With that being said, we're about 8 minutes in, going on 9. Let me show you the last things I got from him. I remember when he said, all my stuff, when I pass, I'm getting buried like 9 feet in the ground, because he wanted to keep all his stuff. The reason I'm a Star Wars buff is because of him. And I used to tell him, it all leads back to Democratic ways and Republican ways. And he'd say, what do you mean? The Democrat are the Sith, Republicans are the other side, and then you got the Jedi that are independent. They just want to bring peace to what it is, All right, let me move forward on here. So, like I said, when he walked, I'd say from my little fireplace there to my front, this door here, he came to me and embraced me in a hug and said, Dad, that's on a VHS that his mom has. That's how old we are. Long before phones. All right, so the last thing I got here from him was the cup. The cup I got for him for Christmas. Or he got for me for Christmas. And then this cabinet. In this cabinet I got some extra movies he had. that he wanted me to have. Um, as you can see, he was a big DC and Marvel fan. He really was. Uh, that's just who he was. You know, he was a big Marvel fan and DC fan, and he had some extra movies that he had given me. You know, and I have them here. You know, it's no big thing. You know, but those are the things that I have to remember him by. I got tons of other stories, but I think this will pretty much be it. Like I said, if you want to get a better insight, look at the book. Don't worry about the misspelling. A lot of times as we get older, we argue with parents too, which I remember what led to one of the major arguments was I was talking to Jason and his mom cut me off, and I said, when I'm talking to you, I'll direct the question to you. And you know, when you start getting that way, and this was right after my accident, when I'm trying to talk to my friend because I got so much going on, and I don't know how long he was sick for, I really don't. So I don't know what she was going through either, so. And I don't hold anything personal, not even the way she dropped the news to me, because, like I said, you know, that's my boy. And that was her son. And you got to commend somebody for that. I don't know any other way to say it. I mean, that's a mother. Despite my disagreements or even the same thing that other people may say they seen, it is what it is. I know that, you know, when I introduced him to Junior was still young. So the way I incorporated that in there for them to meet and become best friends, I know I made the right decision. It's just like coming up with, you know, I don't know if he had leukemia. I'm just going on those things. I'm very perceptive of what she said to me just 2 nights ago. So I don't know. I can't say. I can't tell you all. I will tell you that he will always be loved in my heart. He will always be missed. Like I said, you don't know somebody 27 years and help them and go through and live with them and everything. You just don't. Just like his dad, I hope that his mom has many more years ahead of her. I'm sorry for her too, because her loss and her having to move, but there's nothing else really here for her. So I get it. Husband's gone, wife's gone. Or husband's gone, son's gone. As I'm fond of saying, live and let live long and prosper. Hopefully, you know, that happens with her. I wish we would have talked more. I wish she would have gotten a hold of me a little bit more. I tried to leave them alone. I knew they were going through something. I think when she spoke to Janae over a year ago or a little longer, she had said that she was the one that was sick. I truthfully believe that it was Jay. I immediately called up to make sure that she was okay, because despite anything that I may have said or any videos or anything, especially when you have combative behavior from an accident, it was what it was, and no matter how much we ever fought, me or Jay or whatnot, we had our fights through the years. It's just like two brothers, you know, two siblings. We always managed to work it out. Just, I didn't get a phone call, or I'd have been there holding his hand, telling him that I love him, and that I'm sorry for any pain that I caused him throughout the years, and you know, I'm right here by your side. But he knew that, and anybody that watched the other videos knew that too. So I hope y'all, you know, this is not content, you know, this is me making that one last video on it. If I think of any other great stories, I'd love to give them to you, but those are two of the best ones. I am so glad that Junior was there. And yes, this is a little over my third year mark of my accident. I can't tell you, it takes time. You lose the friends that you have. You're very combative when you get in an accident like that. I'm sorry I got the hiccups. But it is what it is. I mean, he thinks he had it bad. If he thought he had it bad, boy, I tell you, I was rough on everybody because it was just, you know, you're going 100 miles an hour. You know, you have to rebuild yourself. And this was during the height of COVID. Everything was, oh, can we just see you over the phone? Motherfucker, I messed up. So I had to rebuild myself from the ground up by myself. And, you know, it is what it is. And what I'm trying to get at is let those people know before it's too late that you love them. Like I wanted to show him, and actually, I'll show you guys. Hang on. Let me walk through here. Okay. Now, like I said, I didn't know he was sick, but this was a ramp that was put in that I use because it's much easier to go on the grill and all that. And I wanted him to come over. I wanted to see him and say, look, man, it's been long enough. You know, I apologize. Hey, big boy. You beast. Come on. Coming in the house. All right, so pretty much that was it, you guys, and that's all I got to say on that. I mean, I didn't get to have him come over and show him that, you know, I don't have much more than anybody else, but I do care. And to his mom, I'll always love you. Sorry for any pain that I caused you or any remarks or anything that I said through those 2 years. Like I said, I'm just trying to give everybody time. So it is what it is. With that being said, have a good one, everyone. Live and let live. Live long and prosper. And don't hold grudges. Life's too short.